Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Welcome to Puvanur RVIR Laya Academy of Music and Mathematics. Today I am going to teach you some interesting concepts of legendary Mridangam Vidwan, Ramanathapuram Sri C.S. Murugaboopathy. He is a Mridangam player par excellence. It's completely different during the contemporary period of Palgad Maniyar and Pazhani Subramaniam Pillai. He joined the Trinity band with his effervescent style and a different, unique way of handling the left side of the mridangam. We're going to see some interesting ideas, these yogic ideas, which I'm going to explain in the next 6 episodes. Before I get into the class, I'll start this class with a Tirukkural. தக்காங்கு நாடி தலைச்செல்லா வண்ணத்தால் ஒத்தாங்கு ஒருப்பது வேந்து செய்த குற்றத்தை தக்கவாறு ஆராய்ந்து மீண்டும் அதை செய்யாதபடி குற்றத்திற்கு ஏற்றவாறு தண்டிப்பவனே மன்னன் ஆவான். First of all, you should analyze, a king should analyze the mistakes done by the people. Then you should ensure that he should punish accordingly. And then that is the definition of being an administrator, an able administrator. With this good thought, I'm entering into the class. Today we are going to see some interesting ideas of Ramanathapuram Sri C.S. Murugaboopathy sirs. He has multiple specialities that we're going to see as part of these learnings in the 6 episodes, especially his prayogam on the left side. All these prayogams he used with a split finger. He uses both these 3 fingers together and this finger, and then plays as equivalent or competent with his right hand. That is one of his unique nature. Then one of the unique speciality about his playing is this dim and this chapur will sound like a tambura shruti. He plays with the left hand with a split finger. So he plays with a split finger. You need to gain a lot of expertise of playing that. That is one of the specialty. The next aspect I could think of is it, he uses his palm for that effect. He uses his palm inside. That is one of the special way of executing with a beauty, and he can play for many Amardhanams like that. And this dim and chap will be continuously sounding in a great manner. So these are some of the very special aspects. And one of the most complex thinking and ideology which are now become completely extinct, which is thought of how you place takatari ketataka with the right hand, he plays with the left hand. He plays with the left hand. Thus with the same with the same intensity. Then tariketataka, 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 tariketataka. If you have to play like this, he will play with his left hand. This is one of the unique way of playing. Then the most complex, he says, he normally used to say when during his classes, if you want to become a yogi, you should have your left and right brain in an equal balance. You play with the left hand, whatever you play on the right hand, and you have to play together both the strokes. He plays like that. Any of the phrases you give to him, he can play both together. And that is, I think I have not seen in my life anybody playing like this with both the hands playing the same phrase at equal time, giving the same texture of it. So these are all very, very special features of his. And துப்பிங்கிற தமிழில் சொன்னதான் புறா கூறா மாதிரி இருக்கும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவார். அவரோட தொப்பி ஹேண்ட்லிங் பார்த்தோன்னா அவருக்கு கையில் இவ்வளோ தூரம் காய்ச்சிருக்கும். ஒரு கை வந்து அப்படி உள்ள அப்படி போயிட்டு அப்படி வரும். அது வந்து காய்ச்சிருக்கிறதுனால சொல்லலாம். அந்த மாதிரி அவரோட ஆசையில் the left side, out of his own desire, he had exploded like a ganjira. Completely in one concert, he had played only on the left side predominantly. And that is a skill of, and he produces some magical effects using the left side. Especially his uniqueness while accompanying Madurai Somasundaram sir, Kacheri, T.N. Seshagopalan. Because the reason why he had blended well with Seshagopalan, there's a reason behind it, because his brother, Shankara Shivam, Chirchabai Chervai Shankara Shivam, is a very, very renowned scholar, erudite scholar, is well versed in Veena, Ganjira, Mridangam, several aspects of music. He's a great teacher. Produced a lot many people. Murugaboopathy sir learned from his brother predominantly, and in fact his father Murugaboopathy Sirchabai Chervai learned from Dakshinamurthy Pillai. So that is the biggest, the route by which they have picked up the lessons. So these are all, he accompanied, why I came to this subject is because he accompanied more to T.N. Seshagopalan. Both are from the same school of thoughts, and they used to interact very well because the reading and their chemistry was so good because they know what they were going to do. Another important aspect, the skill of playing for Pallavi. That is unique. His mathematical ability is extremely good. Another special feature is like Abhimanyu, how you can get into the chakra vyuha and continuously, or Arjunan, who has the ability to go in and come out, because it's a complex route. You have to go into one inside the other, and then you have to come back. So which means what I mean to say, in Adithalam, playing a Tisranadai, Kandanadai, Misranadai has been a practice in vogue, and a lot of musicians do that. But what he does is in Rupakathalam, he gets into Chatusranadai. Once when he gets to the Chatusram format, he gets into Gandanadai. And once when Gandanadai is stable, you get into Gandha Tishram. And Gandha Tishram, he comes out, and he comes out, and he comes out of that whole. He enters into a completely complex zone, and then he makes it further more complex, and he comes out with grace, with core ways, with abhiprayams, with plans, and he comes out, and then he plays Sarvalam. That is his uniqueness. Even if like Ganda Chapatalam, if you want to play, he will make it in a Chatusram format. For example, din, tat, din, na, tat, din, na, tat, din, na, taka, din, tat, din, na, kata, kitta, taka, din, na, tat. He gets into this format of Chatusram, and once when he establishes that within the Gandan, he plays some complex core ways within that, and suddenly from there he takes that base, and enters into a tough, different, complete league from that Chatusram into Tisra Nadai, and then from Tisra Nadai to Sankirna Nadai, and he can completely come out very gracefully. His Layagyan is so perfect. His argument, whenever I ask him, right, there are a lot of people will say, we challenge him, how can you play within a Gandam, a Chatusram? And he says it's a time game, time and space game. If a person has an ability to visualize that he can use that particular spot to fill it with that particular phrase, it depends on a person's ability, and anybody can do anything online. That's a conclusion he gives, which is very true. In fact, it's a debatable subject, but he always he has played in several concerts and in a perfect way, and you need a people who have to put talam so that he can actually move in at any length. I still remember the days when I had been in AAR, where he had to play 11 years. So the staff artist came to him with a fearful nature. They come and approach him. What thala, sir, what are you going to do? What thala you want? And then that's sort of a maturity he was having, and he will choose Dirvadalam or Mathyathalam, whatever they say, and he quickly makes his mind frame, and then it plays for hours, and that is his ability. He used to do a lot of Muruga prayers, and now he's a devotee of Lord Muruga. He had a long beard. When I was with him between 88 and 92, he used to do a lot of prayers, and some of fantabulous ideas comes in when he started teaching. So these are all some of the uniqueness I wanted to express before I actually take into the actual technical subject. So these are all some of the aspects. And one of the other unique aspects is his right hand will remain constant, but when he plays, he differentiates as Tisram, Gandam, Mishram, and things like that. For example, see, this Namtattadim is flowing, but where he pats the Dum, he gives a Tisram feeling. Dum tatta, dim natta, taddim na, taddim. That's how he splits. When you look at the right side, but with the padding, he converts to Tisram. Now, when you want to play a Gandam, first stroke is Dum tatta dimna, tatta dimnata, taddimna tatta. So the padding dimna tatta dim. So the padding goes like this. Same Dum is flowing, but he completely uses his left hand, and it changes the context beautifully without even knowing what he's playing. But the audience will be just listening, and then Sarvalagu is flowing, but he's doing so much of magic with his left hand and with his gumikis, and then this will be free flowing. This Namtattadim alone will be flowing, and he goes with Tisram, Gandam, Mishram, Sankirnam, everything. The padding comes beautifully on his own. So that is one of the uniqueness of his greatest of teachings, I felt. And then he also interludes the Sarvalagu with the Tisram, Kirkala Tisram and Melkala Tisram, and he plays the Sarvalagu. The same strokes, but I'm giving you different concepts here. It's a Tisram, Kirkalam, Melkalam, and Chatusram pattern fused together, and he plays a Sarvalagu. The earlier pattern was three differentiator padding at the right time with the thumb. Split hand, playing thumb with a split hand of. He plays like that continuously. He says normally when you have to get to that sort of a mode of a practice, your left hand, you should have a lot of try of, whatever you play in right hand, you should try to play in left hand, and then to play together, your left-right balance of your brain is completely adapted. So he's mastered that art of left and right side completely. And that uniqueness I haven't seen in any Mridangam Vidwan. They have used topis, they have used played, and they have few strokes they have played. But the way Murugaboopathy sir had explored, that brought him into the trinity zone of Palghat Sri T.S. Maniyer and Payadi Subramanian Pillai. So he was regarded as a trinity. He got into that elite group because of his distinctive, unique approach by his own evolved style. So let's get into now practical some phrases. So normally how a general beginner's lessons were taught. So what he does is he uses this and for a Sunduvaral Aradam, like these are the Marugalara, for those sort of songs, Panduri the Gold, those sort of songs. He plays this phrase in an efficient way. So he gives a continuity to the phrase. Instead of pause, he gives a continuity to the phrase. And he repeats it 3 times, and then it's beautiful. He perfectly plays with a beautiful anticipation and whatever speed. See, this is in a very madhyamam speed. Even if you go play at a very rock, with a good speed of a metronome speed, you will be able to place this Tirmanam quite well. That is one of the phrases. Then Dimitaka Dhinagita. This is a unique phrase which nobody I had seen used this. Ta ki hum dum. Then dum chap tha ki. This is a unique stroke. So dum taka taka din. When you want to play a 2-finger, 2-beat phrase, so it has a ruggedness. So his approach towards Taddin Dina will be very unique. He gives that flourish and then gets into the salon. This pattern is one of his unique learning. Using this Dimitaka Dhanagita, he plays a 10 akshara Tirmanam. It comes like 7, starting from 7. Dontaka taka dina taka tham is 7. Tham is a carving. Dontaka taka dina taka. Dontaka taka dina is 4. Taka dina taka is 3. So when you play together with this stroke, like that you have to play. it comes like 7 to 1. Dum tagadana tagadana getadam, tagadana tagadana getadam, tagadana tagadana getadam, dividagadana getadam, tagadana getadam, tagadana tagadam. Dividagadana getadam, tagadana getadam, tagadana tagadam. Dividagadana getadam, tagadana getadam, tagadana tagadam. So that is the pattern which is coming towards the end, and he uses like that. Then you'll also reverse tagadam, dinagagadam, tagadana getadam, dimitagadana getadam, tagadana dimitagadana getadam, tattagadana dimitagadana getadam, dontagagadana tagadana getadam. So you have to reverse. That's the reverse of playing the same thing. So you have to start from kit tagadam. You can go with the reverse way. That's a 10 akshara thirman. Now, this is the second idea. Another idea is Tadindinna itself, the phrase, he approaches in a different way. So here, the concept, what I'm trying to do here, I'll explain you. Ta din din na, ta din din na. The first ta din din na, the first syllable alone is expanded, and accordingly it is reduced when you are playing the second phrase. Ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na. Nobody knows what the suddenly what happened to ta din din na. It's becoming something, it's odd, and it falls in place with a balancing effect towards the end. Similarly, it takes the second phrase, ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na. So the second syllable is expanded and accordingly adjusted. Ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din. So the third phrase is adjusted. Ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na. The last phrase is adjusted. So he interludes, nests these approaches in such a way you don't know what's happening. Ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na, ta din din na. So when he plays like a drunken monk now. So he has the patterns in mind, and he adjusts in such a way, not next to next, but he makes it together for 1 or 2 rounds, and towards the end he lands perfectly. And only problem is the other person should put the talam right. And if he doesn't put the talam right, he will adjust and play. But point is, he's not making a mistake, but he's trying to use these sort of yogic powers to put all these in his mind and conclude in a very abstract form. Nobody will understand what he's trying to do. So this is one of the ideas I'm giving you. So with this, probably we might have to build some castles out of these ideas. That's one of the idea what I felt, which I wanted to table. The next idea is tadikita tanta dikita tanta dikita tanta. So what it does is tadikita tanta dikita tanta dikita tanta din. So it's something completely different. Here what it tries to do, tadikita tadi, he expands and he reduces towards the end. Tadikita tanta dikita tanta dikita tanta. So 1 plus 3, 5 is 15 is a normal way of playing, but his way of playing, tadikita tanta dikita tanta dikita tanta din. He takes a 4, he takes a 6, and then he plays a 5. So he juggles around and plays those phrases. That is These are all few of the things. One last idea I would like to table as part of this class would be the 16 akshara phrase, how you can incrementally increase 1 by 1 to 16. That's the idea which I'm going to teach you. Let me stop here and explain you what it is. Ta din din na, taka din din na, ta din din na tam. Ta din. So here the last beat, takita takadina. So 8 aksharas are there, and then the third speed. Tak dundongu. So you have to takademi takit. Tada din. Only you have to play that syllable. Tada din. So when you get the grip of very minutest of kala pramana, you get to get the grip of it. Ta din din na, taka din din na, ta din din na tam. Takadana takita. Tada din din na. Takademi takita is the car ride. Tada din din na, taka din din na, ta din din na tam. Taka din din na, taka din din na, taka din din na tam. Taka din din na, taka din din na, ta din din ta tam. Taka din din na tam. Tondongra din din na tam. Tadikara din din na tam. Taka din din na tam. Taka din din na tam. Taka din din na ta din din na ta din din da tam. Takudondongra, takudondongra, takudondongra. So from 1 to 8, if you can get the control, you get the minutest of kala pramanam under your grip. So you have to establish this 1 to 8. Then from 8, tadakudondongu, takadakudondongu, tagadakudondongu, 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 tadikkadakudondongu, tagadakudondongu, tadikkadakudondongu. This is the exploration of 16 akshara. Tadittagadena takkudondongu, takademi takita takkudondongu, takadagadena takkudondongu, tatagadena takkudondongu, tagadena takkudondongu, takita takkudondongu, takadakkudondongu, tatakkudondongu, takkudondongu, takademi takita, takadagita, takademi takita, takadagadena, tatagadena, tagadena, takita, tada din din na, takadin din na. You can completely play a vinyasam using all these explorations of your nirnayam of kala pramana. That would be done by Murugaboopathy in a classic way. He has approached this in many of the concerts I've listened. In Seshagamal's concerts, he approaches with this approach into Tadindina. Then he gets into some core ways. Before I get into that, I'm concluding this class. I want you to digest the brilliance of his thought process. First of all, listen to this particular episode again and again, where I told you about the magnificent features he has adapted in his playing style. First of all, try to understand what are all the features, then try to focus on my teachings, and then later on the improvisations, we will see more ideas to follow. I'll conclude this class with the Tirukkural. Kadidu uchi mella eriga, nedidu ஆக்கம் நீங்காமை வேண்டுபவர். What is the meaning of it? ஆட்சி பொறுப்பான செல்வம் தம்மை விட்டு நீங்காமல் இருக்க விரும்புகிறவர். If a king does not want his wealth not to be perished, if he actually desires to, குற்றம் செய்தவரை கடுமையாக தண்டிப்பவரை போல் தொடங்கி அளவு மீறாதபடி மென்மையாக தண்டிக்க வேண்டும். You should punish a person in such a way that you should punish him in a diplomatic manner rather than in a cruel manner. And that's the definition of being an able administrator. Again, with this good thought, I'm concluding this class. I'll see you in the next class with interesting ideas of legendary Mridanga Vidwan, Ramanathapuram, Sri C.S. Murugaboopathy.